What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So, Blackish star Jennifer Lewis, she opened up with Robin Roberts, who, by the way, is getting amazing interviews with all of our stars. So, shout out to Robin. But she had a devastating accident, you guys, in the Serengeti in Africa, which left her unable to walk. So, I want you guys to listen just really quickly, a clip of it in her own words, and then I'll give commentary at the end.
Let's go to November 2022. You are the queen of adventure. Now, you love an adventure.
Yeah.
And you are going to Africa. You go from Cape Town
To Rwanda.
to Rwanda.
I went up in the mountains with the gorillas. That was real scary. But it does give you a sense of fearlessness and courage. We're having a good time, you know. We're feeling a lot. We're going where the real people are.
And now you're heading to the Serengeti.
Yes.
What were you most looking forward to?
Oh, the safari. I mean, when you're looking at these animals, when you see four lioness coming with those big claws and the paws and their beauty, you're looking at the face of God. Well, this is the migration. We're so lucky.
Migration.
They're gone across the road, the wildebeest, they're moving on.
You're there at the Serengeti, at the hotel. Your friend Lori has gone to her room. It's the end of the first day there. What happened next at the hotel?
Well, the sun set. And when the sun sets in the Serengeti, there are no street lights. It is pitch black. I was escorted to the lodge, my room, but I wasn't given a tour. I should have been given a tour. I laid out my safari clothes, and I saw the infinity pool out on my deck. So I went out. I was just taking in the fact that I was back in the Serengeti once again, and I'm walking, and all of a sudden, I had fallen 10 feet into a dry ravine full of boulders and stones and sharp rocks. Robin, I fell.
Off the balcony into that ravine.
Yes. There was a space that was not sectioned off, and there was no sign that said caution. 10 feet drop.
What kind of pain were you experiencing?
Well, of course I was in shock. My right hip took the impact. My shoulder went up against a stone. A lightning bolt went through my mind's eye right here. In pitch black, I didn't know I was falling. Nothing would move. So I laid there. I said, move your body, baby. Come on, Jenny, move your body. And then I called for my friend Lori. It was hard to even take a big breath to scream.
And you're in the middle of the Serengeti. There are animals.
There are wild animals. Because when Lori shined her flashlight down there, she didn't know there was a Cape buffalo 10 feet away. And when Lori ran to get help, I heard a lion roar. My last thought, because I am Jennifer Lewis, was what a headline. The king ate the queen.
Okay, so nobody can tell a story like Jennifer Lewis. So I definitely wanted you guys to hear that in her own words, right? She she said her last thought was, what a headline. The king ate the queen. Masterful. That was scary. So this is her, right? They got help, and I can only imagine how scared and how terrified, she was. Being in the Serengeti, she said there was no sign, there was no lights, right? Um, there was just pitch black. And she said, again, in her own words, she wasn't even given a tour of the hotel. So for that to be a 10-foot drop full of boulders and stones right in the middle of, the Serengeti, where she heard a lion, her friend Lori saw a wild boar. I mean, these are wild animals in the African Serengeti. Like, oh my goodness. So this happened, she said, after the season of Blackish wrapped. And, she said that she had conquered her fear. She had, traveled the world. She had that plan as a post-career celebration. And so like I said, I can't even imagine. She said that eventually she was rescued by Maasai warriors. So they were members of a Tanzanian tribe who fiercely protect the local wildlife. She said, I got a lot of jokes that a lot of animals came by while I was lying on the ground. She says the hyenas went by laughing. Jennifer Lewis is, I mean, I could listen to her all day, even when, she's dropped 10 feet in the African Serengeti. She still has her wonderful sense of humor and is just a masterful storyteller. She said a baboon jumped out of the tree and said, asked if he could get a selfie because he saw her on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The article says, despite her humor, Lewis said that the fall left her in immense pain. And the remote location of her trip also complicated her rescue. Lewis said that Doctors Without Borders, that staff, eventually airlifted her to Nairobi, Kenya, where she underwent surgery. Wow. For a fractured socket that holds the femur in place. She says her harrowing experience included 10 hours of surgery, 3 blood transfusions, and 6 days in the intensive care unit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. She says the people of Nairobi are a beautiful and sweet people, and they took such good care of me. She says she was still in pain upon returning to the United States. 3 months into her recovery, she said that she stopped taking pain medications. She said, if there's pain, let me feel it so that I can fix it. She says, despite the slow progress, including months of rehabilitation and relearning how to walk, she says she eventually became inspired by her own growth. You can't put on your sock one day, but the next day you can. She said it was everything that I had taken care of for my body before I left for Africa. She said sharing her story, she's sharing it now because she wants others to know that setbacks are surmountable. Whether it's falling out of a relationship, falling out with your parents, falling down physically, any fall, I want to tell the world, oh yes, you can get up. And you guys can see her full sit down on Hulu. But yeah, congratulations to Jennifer Lewis for coming out of that, with her humor intact. She has, again, like I said, just one of my favorite storytellers. She wrote this amazing book titled The Mother of Black Hollywood. If you guys haven't read it, I encourage you to do so because it's really, it's a wonderful book. It's a story about her life, essentially. She's, of course, very transparent about her bipolar diagnosis, about her, all the trials and tribulations that she went through in the entertainment industry and how she eventually became essentially the mother of Black Hollywood, where she's known for her iconic roles in so many films and movies. But I'm so glad that she is okay. I'm glad that, she is back walking and talking, that she can laugh about this because that was such a serious injury. It doesn't say anything about a lawsuit, and I don't know what the protocol is over there in the Serengeti. Had it been here at home in these United States, that would have absolutely been a lawsuit, because there was, like she said, it wasn't well lit. It was pitch black. There was no sign. There was no kind of safety measures in place. But I'm glad that she's okay, and she's back walking and talking and sharing her story, one of inspiration, whether it's falling out of a relationship with your parents, falling down physically, any fall. She says, I want to tell the world, oh yes, you can get up. I love Jennifer Lewis. You guys drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Again, like I said, I'm so glad that she's okay. I'm sorry, I did not mean to leave it on that picture where she had fallen for so long. But here she is, again, being airlifted, but she's back, walking, talking, laughing, humor, like the Bible says, laughter is medicine. So I'm so glad that she can, tell her story, own her narrative, and just, tell that story in her own way. I hope that she writes another book, possibly even about, not just story, but about her world travels, just to see her, traveling the world and seeing all the things that she wanted to see during this point of her career. That's inspiring. I definitely want to, I'm not a Hollywood actress, but I do love to travel. So I would love that. But anyway, you guys, I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.